And on the legal aspect, let's bring into the conversation Chris Daw, who is a KC, criminal barrister at Millennium Chambers, author of the book Justice on Trial. OK, claims of single quotes cover-up, close single quotes. Your view. Chris Daw, good morning.
Good morning. I think it's very unfortunate that politicians are using this particular case in the way that Robert Jenrick has done this morning and was doing yesterday for political advantage. I'm not sure if Robert Jenrick is suggesting that it's for the Prime Minister of the day to make decisions about what to release about a live, ongoing criminal investigation. But if he is, that has never been an appropriate or legal part of our system. The way that it works is that the police investigate. Once they have sufficient evidence to bring charges, as they did very early in this case with the 3 murder charges, they then have to go through a painstaking process of examining all of the materials they've recovered from the suspect's home. Sometimes that will involve getting into devices that may take some time, and for obvious reasons we can't have a running commentary every single time the police review a document or find a document it gets announced to the public. And the obvious reason is this: in this country we have trial by jury, and trial by jury means trial by 12 ordinary people who are not subject to prejudicial publicity. We have a Contempt of Court Act that specifically says that anything which might seriously prejudice a trial is a criminal offence to publish. So is Robert Jenrick suggesting that the Prime Minister, and if he were Prime Minister, he would have been outside Number 10, daily, weekly, giving an update on what the police had found, what the investigation showed? Of course not. That's not how our criminal justice system works, and it's not how it should work.
I hear you, and you're right. But what do you imagine is the thought process for Merseyside Police or the CPS? I read that the items that were allegedly discovered in the suspect's home were found in the days immediately after the alleged attack on July 29. Why are we hearing about this on October 29? What would the thought process be there, Mr. Daw?
Well, the thought process is, I don't think there's a thought process in terms of we are going to leave it 3 months and then make an announcement. The thought process is, this is a complex issue. This is potentially a terrorist incident, i.e. that the Southport killings were potentially linked to terrorism. We were, and we can't forget it, we were in the middle of a series of extremely dangerous and violent riots for which many, many people were arrested and taken to court. And you can well understand why the police, and in particular the prosecution, and let's be clear, the CPS is an independent prosecution agency. It's not controlled by Number 10. It's not controlled by the government in any way. But you can well understand why an independent prosecutor would want to make sure that they had absolutely all the evidence correctly analysed in proper legal form before deciding to bring further charges in a case of this sensitivity and this public interest.
I will leave it there. Chris Daw, thank you. You are a KC. Your criminal barrister to be found at Millennium Chambers. You wrote the book Justice on Trial.